Hello guys, welcome to my channel everyone, and thank you so much for watching. What's going on guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, please hit the like button and also share this video. Thank you so much. What's up, Sussex squad? What's going on everyone? I trust you guys are doing amazing well. Of course, I come bearing good news. In case you haven't noticed, but I do know that some of your Success squads, you guys be on top of things, okay? And you guys already know what's going on. I'm assuming, but for those of you who don't know, Meghan Sussex, because that's her name, and that's what we're gonna be calling her moving forward. So Meghan Sussex has been green light her show for a second season, and the Rangers are deranging, and I am so here for it. The Rangers are deranging. They never expected that Meghan Sussex would even get the level of success that she got from this first season, let alone another one. So this was a short clip that she posted announcing the news, and let me go ahead and share something else that she posted on her Instagram, and it just sent them wailing. And I'm just here wondering, what is it to you though? Remember, you don't know this woman in real life, oh. Remember, you don't know her from a hole in the wall. You only know her from what you have been told. Okay, she hasn't done anything to you specifically. She hasn't even exemplified any of the character that has been ascribed to her. She hasn't even shown any of those things. Okay, a lot of you are just jumping on the bandwagon of hate. A lot of you go to God knows where to get your information, to get your details about what exactly she did this time in this particular video, or what she did in the other video to justify their hate, and then you jump on that bandwagon. This woman has not done anything to you directly. She hasn't bothered you. She hasn't really, if you will look at the whole situation with your critical eye, like, you will know that she has done nothing to you but leave, okay? She has done nothing to you but marry a man, fell in love, marry a man that you guys didn't think she deserved, or you guys, like, that's all she has done. So just keep that in mind whenever you go on your hate fest against her. But I'm so happy about this. This means that all of the drama, all of the bitterness, all of the lies, it hasn't worked. And you know what these people are saying now? After all of their plans, because literally, make no mistake about it, the toxic British media, the royal family that are allegedly funding this toxicity of the media to poison the minds and the hearts of the British people, the royal family are behind this, allegedly, okay? So keep in mind, the reason why they continue to pump out this awful, disgusting story, okay? The reason why they continue to pump out this awful, disgusting story, negative story about Meghan Markle is just to get enough people to dislike her, get enough people to hate her, so that they will not tune in for the show, so that they will turn away from the show and the views will be less, okay? So if there is not enough views, if the show is not popular, nobody's gonna give her a second season. That's just how it is, okay? Netflix is not in the business of giving people money just like that. If you're not performing, then it's time to cut our losses and be gone. That's what that Netflix, first of all, is a business, okay? So these haters, these derangers, they go on this anti-Meghan narrative, spinning all kinds of stories and all kinds of lies about her, trying to get people to hate her, trying to get people to dislike her, and all of that malarkey. And then when it doesn't work, when their plan fails, and Meghan Sussex video show does incredibly well, exceedingly well, beyond what they were expecting, because they really were believing that all of the hate and all of the vitriol and all of the nasty campaigns that have been launched against Meghan is going to impact, is going to make a difference. It's going to tank the show before it even starts. So now that they have seen that there are plans to like use negative campaign to discredit people, discourage sorry, to discourage people from watching, now that they have seen that it doesn't work, do you know what they are saying now? These fools are literally taking credit for why she got a second season. They are taking credit, saying that, oh, it's because of the negative and people rush to go and watch it. That's the reason why. Like, how do you even debate with people with such logic? You can't even have a serious conversation, with that kind of a person. Hi, Cardi Beans. You can't even have a civil conversation with such a person, because at the end of the day, whatever you say, they are just going to twist it around, because it's what they do. They are always in the habit of taking credit for what they didn't do. And that's the reason why they try so hard to push Meghan out of the way, because they know that the only way they can steal her ideas, the only way they can steal her body of work, things that she has already done, dating back to when she had the tag and when she had, a different life prior to meeting and marrying Prince Harry. They want to do whatever, frustrate her and drive her out of the spotlight so that they can use the idea and create and curate a new persona for Kate. That's essentially what they're doing, And guess what? They failed, like they have continued to fail. And I am so, so, so here for it. So let's go ahead. Let me read to you guys what Meghan said here. So she wrote, if you're loving season 1, just wait until you see the fun we cooked up on season 2. Thanks for joining the party. And an endless thanks to the amazing team and crew who helped bring it all to life at Netflix. So this is what she's saying. And again, the derangers are deranging. They don't know what to make of this. They don't know what to do with themselves, because all of their hate and bitterness really hasn't amounted to anything. All of their hate and their bitterness has only made Meghan a household name. It has only made Meghan a household name. Isn't that amazing? I think it is. I think it is amazing that people who have dedicated their lives to torturing this woman who has done nothing to you, all because she made a decision and said she was not going to be a part of your nastiness. You're not going to scapegoat her. She's not going to be used as a scapegoat whenever the royal family is trying to hide a scandal, and then they will just feed the media some bullshit story about Meghan Markle, and then the media will be like, yeah, and then completely, ignore the bigger issues that they should be addressing with regards to the royal family. Because she said she was not going to do that anymore, these toxic people have refused to leave her alone. They have continued to bully her. And you imagine, Meghan is the one person, I mean, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't as if she set out to like take on a 1,000-year-old institution like the royal family. No. Okay. If these people would have just left her alone, if they would have just let her be, I'm sure none of this will even be happening. But they didn't leave her alone. They continued to bully her. Even after she said, I'm not going to be your scapegoat. You're not going to use me to cover up the nasty, filthy secrets that you guys are trying to keep away from the general public. You're not going to use me. I want out. Okay. So it's not as if she set out to take on the royal family, but because they won't leave her alone, she had no choice than to stand her ground and to defend herself and to address what she can. And she hasn't even really addressed a lot of things. Like if you notice, Meghan doesn't do a lot of press. Other than the Oprah interview, she hasn't done anything yet until recently when she's promoting this the show, the show on Netflix, and she went on Drew Barrymore's show, talk show. And that's it. So she hasn't really been the one to come out and defend herself and, you know, it is only people who actually love her who have been speaking on her behalf and just calling on the bullshit. For example, whenever she posts something and they try to make it seem as though she's reinventing herself, is a word that they like to use now. Whenever they want to like disrespect her, they'll say, "Oh, she's reinventing herself." It is usually when they do that that her supporters will come out and say, "No, we have receipts to let you know it's not reinventing herself. This is her. This is another aspect of her life that she had to like put back in the. This is another aspect of her life that she had to shelve because she met and married the love of her life." So it is usually her supporters that will come out and debunk, but she has, for the most part, stayed away from even addressing the bitterness and the lies and all of these other stuff. But imagine somebody, Meghan really did something that is actually scaring the royal family. Yeah. And this is the reason why, like, if you don't understand, this is the reason why they continuously go after her. Because the royal family used to be this mysterious place where the only way out is death. The only way out is death. Okay? We saw what happened to Prince Harry's mother, the beautiful Princess Diana. Okay? So that used to be the case. Heck, these people beheaded their king at some point. Okay? So, like, there is no going out, although there are reasons why that possibly happened. But my point is, when it comes to the royal family, there is no going out. Like, you're in for life. Yeah? Like, you're in for life, and they will do whatever is necessary to keep you in, even if it means bullying you, whatever it takes is what they will do to make sure that you don't go anywhere, you stay put. Because they also worry about about their secrets, about what about their lies, that you might maybe, they worry that people might end up exposing things about the family, which I don't even think Meghan cares. Meghan just wants to be left alone. If these people had not take on the role of bashing and abusing and trying to destroy her name, she would not, I don't even think she would have granted that interview. But at the end of the day, they were trying to destroy her name, and they were almost succeeding at it because she was silent. She was silent. She didn't want to speak on the royal family or speak on her experience, but they wouldn't leave her alone. And the reason why they would not leave her alone is because they were scared. They were worried that she might talk. There may have been things that she observed that she might be forced to say or whatever. They were worried about that, and so they decided that they were going to destroy her credibility before it ever got to the point where she will have to squeal. And in doing so, they introduced her to the strength that I'm not even sure she knew she had. You know, they gave her the level of strength, like they showed her the level of strength that is like so amazing. And in doing that, in attempting to destroy her life and reputation, her credibility, they helped her build an army who have become who have become her protector, forcefully protecting her. And that's what we see here today. I bet the royal family, I bet there's somewhere, I don't know, okay, maybe they still hell bent on trying to destroy her, but I bet there's somewhere, if they have any sense at all, they will be reevaluating what they did and the role and how they tried to destroy Meghan, and maybe not try that with somebody else again. But again, back to what I was saying before, I kind of deviated. I didn't deviate, but I just kind of went on a different tangent. But the reason why they are so scared, the reason why they are doing what they're doing, trying to like discredit Meghan, is because they're trying to send a message to anybody else, currently or in the future, who might think of leaving the royal family They want to send a message and show that there is no hiding place. If you choose to leave, you are going to be subjected to the same thing that Meghan is subjected to. But what they don't understand is that Meghan is also inadvertently telling those people currently or in the future that, yeah, there is life after the royal family. Okay? They cannot bully you, they cannot threaten you, they cannot intimidate you. If you don't want to be in this marriage, in this relationship, in this family anymore, you can look at me, look at how much good I have done, look at how I have succeeded against all odds. Look at what I have accomplished against all of their bullying. Because eventually the truth will prevail. Because eventually common sense will prevail. Like, people will be like, wait a minute. She's not the only person in this family. Are you now saying that she's the worst person to ever be in this royal family? Where you have Prince Andrew and nobody's making multiple videos about Prince Andrew on a daily basis. And Prince Andrew has been accused. Prince Andrew is persona non grata in America now. I mean, he's not persona non grata. The FBI invited Prince Andrew to America for questioning, and he has basically refused to attend. Innocent people don't do that, do they? Okay? Prince Andrew, who has done arguably the worst thing anybody can do in this Me Too era, is resting his heel in the UK. Nobody's going after him. Nobody's bullying him. Nobody's saying anything about him. Nobody's making 100 videos, 100 posts every day about Prince Andrew and all of his atrocities or alleged atrocities. And the fact that he's refusing to go to America to answer the call of the FBI who invited him over. And the reason why his father, King Charles, and every other person in the royal family have not forced him, even if they have to bound him and put him on a plane and say, go to America. If you know you are innocent, go and answer. So the reason why nobody is pressuring him and telling him to go and respond to the call, the investigation that's currently going on with regards to his role in the Jeffrey Epstein situation. Okay? So people are watching this. You understand? Like, people who are actually truly, truly neutral. They're watching this whole situation and they're like, why is everybody fixated on Meghan? Why is everyone bullying Meghan? Why are all these media people making multiple videos every single day, multiple posts, multiple articles every single day about Meghan? When there are real issues going on in the royal family. So those people are going to eventually be like, wake up. Even the ones that are like hardcore royalists and royal watchers and royal supporters, even those ones, eventually they are going to wake up at some point and be like, something is not right here. Not all, some people are already set in their way. Some people, because of their racism, they just want to keep because they don't think Meghan deserves to be married to Prince Harry. Yeah. And all of that is rooted in racism. Because in their minds, when they fantasize about marrying a royal, they fantasize about, them being white and the king or the prince being white. You understand? So those ones, their reasons is rooted in racism. But for people who are genuinely curious about what's going on, they're gonna look at this situation and they're gonna be like, wait, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. You cannot continue to go after this woman who hasn't done anything to you. All she did was defend herself. She hasn't done anything to you, but you can't stop making videos about her. You can't stop making posts about her. Eventually, people are going to wake up to the nonsense. And people already are. By the numbers that she's doing on her shows. Again, do you think Netflix just is in the business of just throwing money around? No way. If you're not producing, if you're not delivering, Netflix is not going to keep giving you money. And these people, after realizing that all of their efforts to pull her down has failed, they decided that they were going to turn it around and claim victory over Meghan's success. They want to claim ownership over Meghan's success. They want to claim that, oh, it's because of all the bullying that we've been bullying Meghan Markle. Oh my God. Meghan's show is so successful because of all the bullying. We've been bullying her. Like, do you know how much of a cycle you have to be to take credit for somebody succeeding against all odds, succeeding against all of your bullying antics and all of your smear campaign and everything? Do you know how psychotic you have to be to take credit for somebody who was able to overcome all of your bullying and still end up succeeding in spite of your bullying? Like, you really have to be a narcissist, true and true, to take credit when your intention, really, your main reason why you went after this person was because you wanted to destroy her. Okay? Because you wanted to destroy her. But when your plan did not work, you're turning around to take credit for the fact that your plan against her did not work. Like, that is like a level of, that is so messed up. Seriously, seriously. That is gangster, okay? For people, for somebody to actually do that, you need help. Something is wrong with you. If you think you can take credit after bullying, what have they not tried? They even went to, after Meghan talked about as ever, they even went and dug up, and then they started reaching out to the person who claimed that they had a clothing company that they labeled as ever, but the clothing company, they didn't have like they didn't patent it, they didn't have and so they basically went after, they went to that person who were, pouring their support around this guy who claimed to be the owner of the label as ever clothing line, which is completely different from what Meghan is doing, So they were reaching out to this person. They were encouraging this person to sue. Oh, sue, da 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 da. They even promised to order clothes from this person. They're going to patronize this person. And I was just laughing because it was all so performative. It was all so friggin' performative. It was not genuine. Okay, even the person, I have a feeling that even the so-called owner of As Ever, the person claiming to be the one who had the clothing label, I don't even think that person really, the brand, the name was even was as important to them. If it was, they would have done something about it. They would not have just let the name sit there like that. You understand? They would not have just let the name sit there like that. So without actually patenting it. So yeah. Anyways, I wonder what happened. Did they end up ordering? Did they end up opening a GoFundMe? Did they end up opening whatever it was that they were going to do? And now, okay, now I remember something else I was going to say. Now they are claiming that Meghan's show is a ripoff of Pamela Anderson. I'm just like, really? This is how many people now that you guys are claiming she ripped off? You guys are claiming that she ripped off Martha Stewart. You guys are claiming that she ripped off. How many people have you claimed that she ripped off? That now it's Pamela Anderson that they are claiming. Okay. It's now that they are claiming that, oh, she also ripped off Pamela Anderson. Like, really? Because anything that she does moving forward, Meghan Sussex ripped somebody off. So who's Kate ripping off? Who's Kate ripping off? If Kate is doing all those rubbish that she's doing, that she's never done in her life before, who's she ripping off? So it's a very interesting thing, and I'm here for it. I'm here for Meghan's success, continued success, and the Daily Mail. Oh my gosh! When you see a headline like this, let me see if I can find it. I swear, I hope I have it saved up somewhere because I could have sworn that I did save it. If you see a headline from Daily Mail or any of these derangers, these toxic British people, basically swallowing their vomit, okay, walking back what they said, that's when you know that, yeah, they really have no choice, okay? When you see, this is from the Daily Mail, okay? This is from the Daily Mail. When you see them do a post like this, and I know that they might want to sell it off, pass it off as, oh, we're just trying to be fair. There is nothing fair about these people, okay? So actually, this was not even really what I was looking for this conversation. Let me go ahead and share with you guys something else. When Daily Mail, after everything, after their prediction, right? These people predicted that she was going to lose, that nobody was going to watch, people don't care. To me, this is victory because this Daily Fail is one of the worst bully of Meghan Markle. One of the worst. Okay. They actually set the whole thing in motion, in my opinion. They were the first people that I saw. They were the first publication that I saw really went hard on Meghan whenever it was about her story or whatever and their anti-Meghan campaign. This one. So when you see this, when I saw this gave me a level of satisfaction. And if I tell you, this year, I was so satisfied to see this. Okay? Because this was not what they were expecting. They were not expecting this at all. They were expecting that. And what's even interesting is that the second season is done. And that tells you really just how proud Netflix is, just how satisfied Netflix is about this. So they only told us one season, right? It was supposed to be a special. It was going to be a one season special, but it was because of how well it did that they decided that, okay, maybe we should just do the second season. This right here, this is what I'm talking about. Because they had no choice. A lot of them, they predicted that, oh, they're going to cancel the show. That show is canceled. I even saw somebody talking about how, oh, the show debuted at number 5 and blah, blah, blah in their country, in the UK. What about in America? What about other parts? Again, what they wanted to see happen to Meghan, they wanted her to be humiliated. They wanted the show to do so poorly, but that hasn't happened. And I love what Meghan is doing. I love the fact that she's actually letting the world know who she's telling her story. She's not allowing these sick snakes to tell her story. She's doing it by herself. Okay. So I am actually so proud of Meghan. This is good. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is major news. Okay. Let me see what they said. Meghan has had her new Netflix show renewed for a second season just days after the first episode were panned by critics and fans. So they thought, like, we all know the people that has anything negative to say. Anybody who actually watched that show and wasn't watching just to see something that they can pick out and use to bully her. If you really were, you wanted to watch the show from a neutral standpoint, you wanted to see the show about without having a preconceived opinion like a lot of them already did. If you didn't want to do that, you just wanted to watch the show, you will actually find the show enjoyable. But if you are just watching the show because you want to look for error, you want to look for the bad things that you think she has done so that you can run and post and type about it, you will never find it enjoyable. But the thing is that what's beautiful is that you don't speak for everybody. You only speak for yourself and your fellow haters. Because the rest of the people who are interested in knowing Meghan even more than they already do, the rest of those people are going to find the show very enjoyable. And they are going to say nice things about it. They're going to have great reviews about it because they are not haters. They are not watching from a place of hate, you know? So all these so-called people who are supposedly reviewing critics, these are haters. These are people who went there just to have they just to go there and hate. That's it. So I wouldn't take any of those things that I read from them as anything. And as you can see, a lot of people don't think that they are right. A lot of people think they are wrong. So let me keep reading. It says the Duchess confirmed the news on Instagram this afternoon when she uploaded a story with the caption, "I'm thrilled to share that season 2 of With Love Meghan is coming." During each of the eight 33-minute episodes we dropped on Tuesday, Meghan was joined by guests as she offered lifestyle tips from inside a rented 8 million mansion near the Sussex Montecito home. Yeah, they also had a problem with the fact that she rented a mansion. Yeah, she didn't want you guys, you awful discussing people, to have access to her home. You've done enough damage, okay? She doesn't want you knowing the condition of her home because everybody knows that because of all the hate that Meghan has received through the years, they are constantly being targeted. You know, their home is constantly being targeted. There has been so many different reports of people trying to sneak in. So no, they won't give you people any more reason to get your haters together to come for her. So that's the reason why. So you want to cry about the fact that she rented an 8 million mansion? Cry me a river. Cry, 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 cry again. Once or twice you don't succeed, cry more. Okay? So yeah. And there's something else that I was going to share. There's something else that I was going to share. Can't find it now. But yeah, I'm so happy. I am so proud of her. She has really made me proud on a personal level, let me tell you. She has made me so proud. All the bitterness, there were people predicting, talking about kiss the Netflix deal goodbye. They said there's a the Guardian. Let me see if I can find it. There's an article written by the Guardian that was talking about how Meghan should kiss the Netflix deal goodbye because with love was so pointless. It might be. Let me see. The Guardian. Let me search for this. A lot of people had to eat their words. Oh my god. Kiss the Netflix deal goodbye. Oh my gosh. There you go. There you go. Found it. Oh, like, and this was written by somebody called Stuart Heritage. Whew, that did not age well for you, Stuart. That did not age well for Stuart. Stuart. That did not age well for Stewart. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me see. Okay, good. Yeah. That did not age well for Stewart. So this is Stewart Heritage, and this is what he wrote. He says, "Kiss the Netflix deal goodbye. We love Meghan is so pointless. It might be the Sussex last TV show." Oh my god! It might be their last TV, so their last TV shows too. I said, "Hey, Stuart, how you doing?" Oh my god! Hey, Stuart, how you doing? Hmm. Oh my god, I love Meghan. I love the way Meghan moves, let me tell you. I love the way she moves. I love the way that every single action, whenever they come to a conclusion about her, usually a negative conclusion about how she has supposedly failed, how she should just like things are not going well. For example, her marriage is going over, blah, 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 blah. Whenever they do that, she comes around. She doesn't say anything. She moves. Her action speaks for her. The next thing that she does, the next thing that she announces, usually just tells is what usually set the record straight. Okay? So imagine saying something like this. How is Stuart doing? Hey Stuart, how you doing? These people are so hot and bothered. They are so bothered. Like, it is cray cray. Like, this is wild. But yet, you have Kate, you have weighty Katie, boring Kate, copycat Kate, basically copying every single thing. Whatever it is that you are criticizing now is literally what weighty Katie, witless Kate, boring Kate is doing. Oh my gosh. Just he says, unless it has become a rating smash, that isn't impossible. With Love, Meghan doesn't just represent the hard launch of Duchess of Sussex's new career as Martha Stewart style lifestyle inspo guru. It might also be the final thing she makes on Netflix. That aged badly. The term of the deal Harry and Meghan signed with the streamer in 2021 were by all accounts wildly favorable. Their 5-year deal was worth 100 million in the expectation that they would be so brimming with ideas that they will become Obama-style prestige content producers. Readers, as you already know, this did not happen. Yeah, okay. But so okay. Thank you. That's a good one, Kennelly. Duplicate. Yes, I am so stealing that. Hope you don't mind. I am definitely stealing that. Duplicate. Yeah. I love that so much. Yes. Duplicate. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, duplicate. That's what she is. She's a duplicate. I love that. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. I love it. But yeah, obviously they failed. Obviously they messed up and you said I also have stolen it from someone else. That is so good. That is so good. And it just rhymes. It rhymes and it's like, yeah, duplicate. Definitely. I am definitely using that. In my next video, when it comes to something like this, I am definitely using that. Duplicate. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, that did not age well. So there's a video that I saw on TikTok, and somebody was addressing some of the criticism that Meghan has been getting from the haters, okay, from the derangers. When I say criticism, I'm not talking about people who have the right intentions for her. I'm talking about people who have already made up their mind. Okay. Like I'm talking about people who already made up their mind, even before seeing the show, that it was bad, it was not gonna be good, negative reviews, even before even seeing the show. Okay. So yeah, and I don't mean, but and those are not the people that those are the people that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people who genuinely watch the show. And so there's this video. I lost my train of thought. I'm still thinking about that duplicate. It's so good. Like, you know how sometimes you hear something and you wish you had come up with it. It is so good. That duplicate, so good. The jokes write themselves. No wonder William is so bitter. She's so easy to like drag. She's so easy to drag. It's so funny. Anyways, duplicate. That's a good one. Whoever came up with that, kudos to you, whoever you are. Duplicate. And she's living up to her name, yo. Copying every single, down to what Meghan wears. This psycho woman copies. Down to what Meghan wears. Down to what even, like, they copy so much, they even copy what whoever she's with is wearing. Remember the picture that went viral when Duplicate basically copied. Not only did she copy Meghan's outfit, they also copied the way the little girl that Meghan was holding. They made Duplicate also hold the little girl, and the little kid was also wearing the exact same thing that the little girl that Meghan was holding was wearing. Like, they copy everything down to a T. Like, it's bizarre. Like, it's very scary. That's like a stalker, okay? That's like a stalker. That's like straight up stalking. No two ways about this. They are literally stalking her, mimicking what she does and recreating what she does and imitating what she does. Like, it is crazy, guys. It is crazy. So I found this video, and this person was responding to the conversation and the criticism that Meghan is not relatable and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, and she said exactly everything that I was thinking in that moment. I'm just like, just take it off, babe. Come tell us. I absolutely enjoyed it. So somebody commented on her video and she was responding to the comment. So let's listen.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to go there? Well, it's not lost on me that most of the comments that are saying that the hate against Meghan Markle isn't about race aren't coming from Black people or people of color in general. I wonder why that is.
Yeah, they always say it's not about race, but then they proceed to give the most ridiculous, the most redundant response that really just makes you know that, yeah, it was about race.
I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. If you are not a person of color and you have never experienced racism firsthand, then you do not get to decide what constitutes as racism or microaggressions.
Exactly.
Period.
True.
But allow me to begin to explain to you why the situation with Meghan is different than other Black women that you may know. Meghan Markle married a prince. Right. Not just any prince. A prince
that is actually in line for the throne, okay?
Of the monarchy in England.
Right.
Where a large majority of Black women across the world could never have imagined themselves having the fairy tale of marrying a prince.
And that's the reason why, right? There's this thing that they always say about Meghan, where they will say things like, "Oh, because they want to act like Prince Harry does not have a mind of his own, which is stupid. It's not true. Like, he's the smartest person in that entire royal family. Like, he's the smartest. Look at what he has done with the Invictus game. He's the like, literally. I'm not even saying it because I like the guy. I'm saying it because the trend. Part of the reason why I actually like him is because of his intelligence, and his spirit of giving back, selflessness. There is a lot of his mother in him, you know, and you can see that it is coming from a genuine place when he's hugging people, especially Black people, especially children in developing countries. You see the way that he treats them with respect. But when William is pretending to be charitable, when William is pretending to be a good guy, look at me, I'm just like my mother. Like, you can see in his face that he doesn't want to be there, that he's repulsed by those people of color. He's repulsed by them. Like, you can just see it in his face, you can read it. Whereas Prince Harry, Prince Harry is just like, he's his mother's child in every sense of the word. You know, he's his mother's child in every sense of the word. So, yeah.
Or a king, except for in Disney movies.
Okay, so I remember what I was going to say now. I was saying that whenever they will say things like, oh, Meghan went after him because he was a prince, I don't think there is any realistic Black person who, while growing up, watching the Prince Harry and Prince William, imagining that they are ever going to marry any one of them as a Black person. That's unrealistic. So pretending as if, oh, she intentionally, deliberately sought him out is just the most stupid, vapid rubbish ever. To even say that this woman sought him out, she made a concerted effort to seek him out. Like, that is so stupid. She's not even from that world. It's not as if, even though, yeah, she might be Black, but she comes from like an aristocrat, family, and, they hang out or whatever, and she's been eyeing him because they roll in the same circle. But that's not even the case. Why would she why would she take on such an unrealistic venture? Like, it's so stupid. The people who think this way, demented.
To be honest with you. And that was only as of recently. Shout out to Princess Tiana. White women have been able to fantasize about the idea of being a princess, of being a queen, of being Princess Diana, of being Queen Elizabeth. Black women have not had that same luxury, if you will. Meghan Markle represents a fairy tale realized. But in the minds of white women who have had this fantasy, she's probably not what they imagined as their princess. And you know what? I can't even fault you for that, because when I think of a princess, she's probably not the first one to come to mind either. As a Black woman who has been indoctrinated with westernized ideals of what a beauty standard is and what a princess or a queen can be, I too would probably first imagine a white woman. A white woman would probably pop into my head first. So it's not the fault of white women that she's probably not their ideal representation of what a queen or a princess would look like in a westernized society. The problem comes in because it's not something that they have to fantasize. She is Meghan Markle, aka Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex. And y'all are fucking mad about it. And if you are mad about it, it's probably because you're racist. I hope that helps. The problem that a lot of racist white women have, and I say racist because not all white women think this way, is that it was her and not them. But if it was any other person, if it was another white woman, they would not have this same problem. If it was any white actress in Hollywood, they would not have this problem.
Very
It
true.
is
Yeah.
because she is half black.
Yeah.
Now let's skip on over to the relatability aspect of things, because this is a real kicker for me. Meghan is not relatable. To who? Meghan is not relatable
To
to
you?
who?
To you. To you, the bully on the internet. You probably relying on government checks for, like, don't even get me started. And no tea, no shade to anybody who's relying on government for support. I'm not teasing you and I'm not disrespecting you, but I'm disrespecting these bullies, okay, who think they can sit on the internet with their government check every other week and then be talking about how Meghan is not relatable. Like, that is so stupid. She's not relatable. So who's relatable? Your copycat? The one that pretends like she knows how to cook, the one that put on an apron and go on a national television and start acting like she's cooking? Is that who's relatable? Somebody that clearly doesn't cook, clearly doesn't know where things belong in the kitchen, clearly doesn't know anything about anything when it comes to cooking? Or is it the Kate that is running, jumping from one train station to the other like a mad woman and being photographed, being filmed? Is that the person that you think is relatable? Do you think that's realistic? That the future king and his wife, once they ascend the throne, are going to be jumping and hopping on the train station and taking trains to and fro like regular people? Or do you think that Kate wakes up in the morning every day and make cookies like the one she made in that marketplace the other time? Is that what you think is relatable? Is that what you think is real? Then you're crazy. Like, you are crazy. If you think she's gonna be jumping on the train like she did with cameras rolling, or she's gonna be jumping, waking up in the morning and jump and start cooking, or if you think she actually cooks even right now, and you think that means you just set yourself up to be taken advantage of, to be used, then that's on you. That's what you think is relatable. Some of you are crazy, honestly, seriously and truly.
I'll wait. I want to know first and foremost why this is a real kicker for me. Meghan is not relatable. To who? Meghan is not relatable to who? I'll wait. I want to know first and foremost why so many of you think that Meghan needs to be relatable to you. Quickly. I personally find Meghan to be very relatable. And I'm not a motherfucking princess. She is a woman of color who is in the industry, she's successful, and she went after love. And she chose love over all else. To me, that's relatable. But it's interesting that so many racists are saying that she's not relatable, while also saying that the things that she's doing on her Netflix show are things that they are capable of themselves. You're not impressed by her crudité. You're not impressed by her fruit plate, because you can make a better one, wherever the fuck you come from. If not relatable, then why relatable shaped? If she's not relatable, then why are you saying that you can do exactly what she does?
Exactly.
Sounds like you can relate. Sounds like you can exceed what she's doing.
Like, they contradict themselves every single time when they say these things. They just go with whatever bullshit they want to go with. They want to throw points out there, talking points, to kind of like buttress whatever narrative that they are fixated on at the moment. Like, they are so contradictory. They contradict themselves every single time. She's not relatable, but you can do better. Make it make sense.
Know what you said in your comments, Betty Lou? Also, this.
And somebody said not relatable equals not white. Yeah, that's why, we say it's really at the end of the day about racism. It's not about what she's doing, because everybody, just like the fingers are different, so are everybody, okay? There are people who are wealthy, incredibly wealthy, with so much money who can relate to what she's doing. And then there are people who can relate on one level or another, So definitely that's why all of this is like rooted in racism, not relatable, rooted in racism, you know. Because the audience are there, just like her show is meant to be an escape, just like Real Housewives of Atlanta is meant to be an escape, just like Real Housewives of Potomac is meant to be an escape, just like Real Housewives of Orange County, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and all these other Real Housewives nonsense, just like they are all, an escape. If you cannot afford the lifestyle, you get to see it, you get to dream about it, you get to fantasize about it. Just like people, even though they knew in their heart that there is no chance in hell that they will ever marry a prince, but fantasized about Prince Harry, which obviously is making all of them mad that he marries somebody else. But deep down, they know that they didn't stand a chance in hell. But they fantasized anyways. The same thing. People who cannot afford the kind of lifestyle that Meghan is living, but they want to live vicariously through Meghan. They want to see what she's doing and aspire to be that, or just enjoy and just look at the things that the other side of the world, how they live. It's meant to entertain. It's meant to make you feel good. It's an escape. It's meant to provide an escapism for you. It's not meant that you relate to it. I mean, if you're lucky enough to be able to relate to it on one level or another, then that's good for you. But mostly it is not meant for that. It's supposed to be something that you enjoy. You learn a few things, and then maybe one day you'll be able to afford some of the things that are showcased, and then you can just indulge. Like, it's so wild to me as a concept.
Idea that celebrities or influencers need to be relatable to you is so weird to me, because the same people who are saying these things are the same people who are following people who are on private jets every single weekend, have houses in the Hamptons,
right,
have a collection of 30 Birkins. Like,
right.
Do you have a collection of 30 Birkins? Do you have one Birkin?
Let me ask them. Do you have one Birkin? Do you have one Birkin, let alone 30? You follow Kylie Jenner though. Kylie Jenner has a whole room full of Birkin. The cheapest one is like $25,000. That's probably your down payment for your home that you want to. Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
Quickly. Is that relatable to you? No. Because you don't need those people to be relatable to you. But you're fine with it because they are white. Hope that helps. Then there's the conversation surrounding Meghan's authenticity or inauthenticity, as I've seen so many comments state. Inauthentic to who? To whomst? I watch the show. She seems very authentic to me. She seems like she is actually in her element to me. Is she inauthentic, or is she inauthentic into the way that you have preconceived Black women or biracial women or mixed women, and how we are meant to behave, how we are meant to live, our social status, what we are meant to care about, the luxuries that we are meant to enjoy. Quickly, hurry up. There is a lot of overt and covert racism and microaggression that takes place in the conversation surrounding Meghan Markle. And if you don't understand that, then there is a strong possibility that you are on the wrong side of the conversation. And when it really comes down to it, at the base of it all, it was never going to be you. It was never going to be you. And that's why you're mad. It was never going to be you. It was always going to be her. And that is what upsets you the most. Because Meghan Markle is exceptional. You force us into this space of needing to be exceptional in order to be accepted, and she is. She is beautiful, she is talented, she is smart, she's well educated, she's well spoken, and you're still mad because it's her and not you. But it was never going to be you.
That's right.
It was always going to be her. When it came down to it, that man chose her over everything. He chose love over everything and over the sound of your annoying grating voice. She is living
She dragged them. She dragged them to hell and back. It was so gratifying.
a soft life. A biracial woman is living a soft life and you're mad about it. The vitriol is rooted in racism. Y'all tell on yourselves every single time. But
Right.
Meghan, I wish you the best, girl. Keep standing on these bitches' throats. You're so mad. And I love to see it. You want to know why? Because you're hateful. And you deserve to be upset. Hope that helps.
This was so good.
It's not lost on
I love this so much, and I was like, yeah, I gotta share with my peeps. Yeah, she was spot on. Everything she said was spot on. It's just racism, and they try to like gaslight themselves, and not me, because I know you can't gaslight me, especially when it comes to this about anything, let alone when it comes to this. You know, you can't gaslight me into believing something else when the reality is, it is what it is. Mhm.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to go there? Let's go. Well, it's not lost on me that most of the comments that are saying that the hate against Meghan Markle isn't about race aren't coming from black people or people of color in general. I wonder why that is. I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. If you are not a person of color and you have never experienced racism firsthand, then you do not get to decide what constitutes as racism or microaggressions. Period. But allow me to begin to explain to you why the situation with Meghan is different than other black women that you may know. Meghan Markle married a prince, not just any prince, a prince of the monarchy in England, where a large majority of black women across the world could never have imagined themselves having the fairy tale of marrying a prince or a king, except for in Disney movies, to be honest with you. And that was only as of recently. Shout out to Princess Tiana. White women have been able to fantasize about the idea of being a princess, of being a queen, of being Princess Diana, of being Queen Elizabeth. Black women have not had that same luxury, if you will. Meghan Markle represents a fairy tale realized. But in the minds of white women who have had this fantasy, she's probably not what they imagined as their princess. And you know what? I can't even fault you for that, because when I think of a princess, she's probably not the first one to come to mind either. As a black woman who has been indoctrinated with westernized ideals of what a beauty standard is and what a princess or a queen can be, I too would probably first imagine a white woman. A white woman would probably pop into my head first. So it's not the fault of white women that she's probably not their ideal representation of what a queen or a princess would look like in a westernized society. The problem comes in because it's not something that they have to fantasize. She is Meghan Markle, aka Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex. And y'all are fucking mad about it. And if you are mad about it, it's probably because you're racist. I hope that helps. The problem that a lot of racist white women have, and I say racist because not all white women think this way, is that it was her and not them. But if it was any other person, if it was another white woman, they would not have this same problem. If it was any white actress in Hollywood, they would not have this problem. It is because she is half black. Now let's skip on over to the relatability aspect of things, because this is a real kicker for me. Meghan is not relatable. To who? Meghan is not relatable to who? I'll wait. I want to know first and foremost why so many of you think that Meghan needs to be relatable to you. Quickly. I personally find Meghan to be very relatable.
This reminds me of that conversation after Sarah Huckabee Sanders, after she mocked Vice President Kamala Harris, basically saying that Vice President Kamala Harris does not have anything that keeps her grounded, that her children keeps her grounded. It was just another job that they thought to take, because people were always, at some point, they got so comfortable mocking her for not having kids. And when Vice President Kamala Harris did the podcast interview with her daddy, Alison Cooper, I believe her name is. Can't remember. Sorry if I misremember her name, but I don't know, it has to do with Cooper or something. As Cooper, but yeah. So during her interview with podcaster, her daddy, she basically said, "Who wants to be grounded?" You know, again, it just goes to show you how people would hit below the belt. People will try to box you in. People will try to like smear you with what they think you should be, as opposed to what you really are, you know. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
And I'm not a motherfucking princess. She is a woman of color who is in the industry. She's successful, and she went after love, and she chose love over all else. To me, that's relatable. But it's interesting that so many racists are saying that she's not relatable, while also saying that the things that she's doing on her Netflix show are things that they are capable of themselves. You're not impressed by her crudité. You're not impressed by her fruit plate, because you can make a better one, wherever the fuck you come from. If not relatable, then why relatable shaped? If she's not relatable, then why are you saying that you can do exactly what she does? Sounds like you can relate. Sounds like you can exceed what she's doing. Isn't that what you said in your comments, Betty Lou? Also, this idea that celebrities or influencers need to be relatable to you is so weird to me. Because the same people who are saying these things are the same people who are following people who are on private jets every single weekend, have houses in the Hamptons, have a collection of 30 Birkins. Like, do you have a collection of 30 Birkins? Do you have one Birkin? Quickly. Is that relatable to you? No. Because you don't need those people to be relatable to you. But you're fine with it because they are white. Hope that helps. Then there's the conversation surrounding Meghan's authenticity, or inauthenticity, as I've seen so many comments state. Inauthentic to who? To whomst? I watch the show. She seems very authentic to me. She seems like she is actually in her element to me. Is she inauthentic, or is she inauthentic into the way that you have preconceived Black women or biracial women or mixed women, how we are meant to behave, how we are meant to live, our social status, what we are meant to care about, the luxuries that we are meant to enjoy? Quickly, hurry up. There is a lot of overt and covert racism and microaggression that takes place in the conversation surrounding Meghan Markle. And if you don't understand that, then there is a strong possibility that you are on the wrong side of the conversation. And when it really comes down to it, at the base of it all, it was never going to be you. It was never going to be you. And that's why you're mad. It was never going to be you. It was always going to be her. And that is what upsets you the most. Because Meghan Markle is exceptional. You force us into this space of needing to be exceptional in order to be accepted, and she is. She is beautiful, she is talented, she is smart, she's well educated, she's well spoken, and you're still mad because it's her and not you. But it was never gonna be you. It was always gonna be her. When it came down to it, that man chose her over everything. He chose love over everything and over the sound of your annoying, grating voice. She is living a soft life. A biracial woman is living a soft life and you're mad about it. The vitriol is rooted in racism. Y'all tell on yourselves every single time. But Meghan, I wish you the best, girl. Keep standing on these bitches' throats. You're so mad. And I love to see it. You want to know why? Because you're hateful.
And you deserve it.
And you deserve to be upset. Hope that helps.
Hope Hope that helps. That is so standard TikTok. Hope that helps. Okay, so let me go ahead and share some more reactions from TikTok. And yeah. Let me share this one here. Hope that helps. Okay.
So I just finished watching the first episode of With Love, Megan. And first of all, I'm hooked. I'm so happy there's a season 2 coming out because I'm going to be locked in. But comments about Meghan Markle not being relatable is absolutely insane because y'all are saying the quiet part out loud that we have always known. Because y'all had no problem watching Martha Stewart. Y'all actually went crazy for her and still do today. And I will admit Martha Stewart today is a savage and I absolutely loved her documentary. I watched that too. But now when it comes to Meghan Markle, it's a different story. And what's especially interesting is that the other day I saw this Black girl who posted a TikTok asking white people, why do they follow Black creators? And in the comments, most of those answers were, I really like the fashion and the outfits that a lot of Black girls wear. And I like the political takes or commentary that Black creators talk about on their social media pages. And although I'm not really surprised, it just reinforces the concept that a lot of people do not see Black people outside of the boxes that they've already put us in. Black girls can be equestrians, Black girls can be tennis players, Black girls can be homemakers. Meghan Markle is not out here doing any dances. She's not cussing anybody out.
Right.
This show feels like a cozy Black girl vlog that I would normally watch on YouTube. It's pretty unsurprising that when she does something like this, that there are going to be certain people that are like, oh, it's so unrelatable. No, she's not showing up in the way that you want her to.
Right.
But we as Black people have proven time and time again that we are capable in actually doing the things that are outside of your comfort zone.
We are not a monolith. We are not a monolith.
I nearly lost my name. I mean, there's the loss of identity.
I don't think anyone in
Hold on.
So I just finished watching the first episode of With Love, Megan. And first of all, I'm hooked. I'm so happy there's a season 2 coming out because I'm going to be locked in. But comments about Meghan.
Okay, so let me share another one. So this one says, the backlash to the Meghan Markle show on Netflix is very telling. It's inauthentic. It's not relatable. No, it's a woman whom you have decided to hate, living a luxurious life that you don't think she deserves. That's all it is. Absolutely. Okay, somebody commented on this post and said, no, most of us just detest a woman who completely alienated her husband from his entire family and lifelong friends due to her narcissism. And then somebody responded and said, men are not kids. They cannot be made to do anything they don't want to do. This is the bogus narrative that they like to push, that, oh, Meghan Markle turned this man against his family. That is such bullshit. Okay. Like, how many times have we seen videos? And whenever this conversation comes up, I will see oftentimes videos that date back to decades when Harry was very, very clear about his disdain, about his dislike for the media, for the family, for the lifestyle. He always wanted out. He never wanted. He just knew that whoever he married was going to force him to stay in a life until he met Meghan. And she basically supported whatever decisions that he was going to make. But that's what they always say. Oh, she alienated him from his family. How do you know? Because the media told you that? Because the media told you so? This is the same bullshit narrative that they've been spinning for so many years, even though every now and then we will see, for example, Princess Eugenie and any one of his cousins visiting him in the US. The camera will catch them maybe while they went to watch a game or something. But this is a lie that they like to perpetuate, that, oh, she alienated. No, she didn't alienate him from anything. Okay? He's a grown man. He's doing exactly what he wanted to do. But these people, they basically treat him like he's an invalid. They treat him like he doesn't have a mind of his own. And he's just being ping-ponged by Meghan, which is not the case at all. But yeah. It's so obvious. These white women, they are so racist. Okay? they're so racist, but they want to they will never ever admit that they're racist, but they will look for every other excuse that they can use to justify their to justify their hatred and their dislike for somebody like Meghan. Somebody says a black woman happy. Oh no. Exactly. Exactly. Like, it's so wild to me. It's so crazy. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Sorry. No.
All this hoopla about trademark naming and like coats of arms from small Spanish towns. All this hoopla about trademark naming and like coats of arms from small Spanish towns. And oh my God, you're putting small businesses in New York out of business. Like, how's that clothing store ever gonna live? Let's go ahead and buy all their inventory. Whole time, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, was literally just working on some like lemon honey tea, some flour sprinkles, and some baked shortcake cookie mix.
Right.
I'm gonna need you guys to stop being so outraged by everything you think this woman is doing, because I promise you she's not. She's not. Will I in fact be purchasing raspberry spread? Yes. Yes, it looks rich. I'm purchasing it. Of course I am. But I would just like to point out that the fact that asever.com is now live, you can go and see the products that will be going on sale, means that that trademark patent, it sure did clear. It sure did clear. And right up top, we see her As Ever logo, which means that that little Spanish
Also
town
cleared.
sure doesn't seem to mind enough to say something legally about it. Yeah. The rage cycle is forced, and it's kind of annoying now.
Yeah.
If the sight of this woman upsets you, if the sight of this woman makes you mad, if you're still calling back years to an Oprah interview as the reason why you don't like her, you're not serious. In fact, I would say you're very unserious. And I need you to go ahead and touch grass. I need you to maybe check some of your biases a little bit. And I need you to understand that you, a random stranger on the internet, typing behind Twitter keys with no profile picture, has no effect on this woman's happiness. All this hoopla about trademark naming and like coats of arms from small Spanish towns, and oh my God, you're putting small businesses in New York out of business. Like, how's that clothing store ever gonna live? Let's go ahead and buy all their inventory. Whole time, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, was literally just working on some like lemon honey tea, some flour sprinkles, and some baked shortcake cookie mix. I'm gonna need you guys to stop being so outraged by everything you think this woman is doing, because I promise you she's not. She's not. Will I in fact be purchasing raspberry spread? Yes. Yes, it looks rich. I'm purchasing it. Of course I am. But I would just like to point out that the fact that asever.com is now live, you can go and see the products that will be going on sale, means that that trademark patent, it sure did clear. It sure did clear. And right up top, we see her As Ever logo, which means that that little Spanish town sure doesn't seem to mind enough to say something legally about it. Yeah. The rage cycle is forced, and it's kind of annoying now. If the sight of this woman upsets you, if the sight of this woman makes you mad, if you're still calling back years to an Oprah interview as the reason why you don't like her, you're not serious. In fact, I would say you're very unserious. And I need you to go ahead and touch grass. I need you to maybe check some of your biases a little bit. And I need you to understand that you, a random stranger on the internet, typing behind Twitter keys with no profile picture, has no effect on this woman's happiness. All this hoopla about...
Okay, so there is a very interesting comment that I saw just underneath this video. Let me highlight this one a bit. It says, this person says, didn't you enjoy that program and all her black friends with her? So this person, whoever they are, was trying to trying to make, just to turn this black woman against Meghan Markle, because apparently Meghan didn't have enough black friends on her show. Okay, because this is what they do, the ridiculous divide and conquer mindset. It's so pathetic, it is so obvious, and it is so sad. Any other time, these people wouldn't give two Fs if Meghan Markle had black friends or parading of black friends or whatever. Any other time, they couldn't possibly care less. But because they are trying to sow a seed of hatred, trying to get people to dislike Meghan, even her own people to dislike her. Hence, they're pushing this narrative that, oh, she only paraded white friends. Where are her black friends? Maybe she respects her black friends enough that she doesn't want to parade them because it's not a circus. Okay? Maybe her friends didn't want to be involved, or maybe she doesn't have any black friends. What does that even matter? What does that matter? But this is what they do. They try to spin narratives and trying to like turn her, the divide and conquer mentality. So yeah. So that's why I said, didn't you enjoy the program and all her black friends with her? And then the creator commented and said, first of all, capitalize the B in front of black when speaking about race. Secondly, she doesn't need to parade her black friends to appease you. Finally, you are in fact racist. Take care. I love it. But that's what they do because they are trying so hard to get black people to dislike Meghan. They are trying so hard. What have these people not said? They have even claimed that Meghan never identified as black. She never claimed her black side, da 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 da. All of these are just lies. They will swear that there was an interview that she did and she didn't claim that she was black, which is a lie. Literally, this woman was on a show that she played a biracial woman on a show that ran for many, many years. But this is a narrative. They will lie. They will act as if there is actually evidence to back up their lies, to back up their anti-Meghan Markle sentiments, but they don't have any evidence. They are just liars. Who is this person? Do you need to be blocked? Sue Yardley, do you need to be blocked from my page, from my channel? Because I will gladly block you. I don't know what you're on about. Explain yourself, because the next thing, if I don't hear from you in 2 minutes, you're getting blocked. Don't know what you think is going on here. So here's another one.
What do you make it, Mark? We'll drop put all of our energy into we'll drop off and pick up for the kids. We make it a we'll drop off. We'll drop off.
Yeah.
Why do you hate Meghan Markle? Why does she bother you so much? And I only say this because I too have had an interesting relationship with Meghan Markle and have felt like my opinion of her really goes in waves. Sometimes I'm like, I love her. She's so chic. She's so beautiful. She's so sweet. I think she's a really good person. Other times I find her quite insufferable. But then when I am finding her insufferable, what I like to sort of challenge myself with, why do you hate Meghan Markle? Why does she bother you so much? And I only say this because I too have had an interesting relationship with Meghan Markle and have felt like my opinion of her really goes in waves. Sometimes I'm like, I love her. She's so chic. She's so beautiful. She's so sweet. I think she's a really good person. Other times I find her quite insufferable. But then when I am finding her insufferable, what I like to sort of challenge myself with is being like, why? Why do you think she's annoying? And then I'm like, because she sounds kind of fake. Well, why do you think she sounds fake? Well, because she's had to like fit into this box. And she was kind of doomed from the start because she didn't fit into this royal mold. Okay, so why is that annoying? Because and it literally, if you ask yourself why about Meghan Markle, I challenge you to do it about 3 to 4 times, see what you end up with. And it's kind of just sexism.
Yep. And I know you're trying to be polite, and also racism. Racism is a big factor, not even sexism. I think this creator is trying to be politically correct by only naming sexism. No, racism is the biggest factor as to why these people don't like Meghan Markle. Racism. Because if you're going to say sexism, then how come what's her face, Kate, duplicate, why is she not going through the same thing? Why is she not being harassed? Why is she not being called inauthentic after running after her quote unquote husband in a train station? So we're supposed to believe that Kate is actually jumping on and off a train every now and then, so why isn't she getting the same pushback? Yeah, it's more than just sexism. In fact, I don't even think it's sexism. I think it's racism. But I mean, I guess, it's your perspective, so you can have that. Let me see this one. Let me see.
To a human being is you show up authentically and vulnerably. One of the worst things that can happen to a human being is you show up authentically and vulnerably as you are, just as yourself, and you're rejected. So hear me out on this one.
Okay, so I don't know if I can play the music. Let me see another one. Mm.
All right, let's do it. Meghan Markle. So it's been intriguing from a social dynamics perspective, listening, reading, watching the responses to.
Okay, that's an old video. Let's see. This is another old one. I need a new one. Yeah, all the new.
No, but what I don't understand is y'all out here pissed that Meghan Markle has an unrealistic lifestyle show, acting like we have. No, but what I don't understand is y'all out here pissed that Meghan Markle has an unrealistic lifestyle show, acting like we haven't had unrealistic cooking lifestyle home shows for years. My girl Ina Garten, I love her, but I'm not feeding my man like Jeffrey. Joanna Gaines is out here trying to get me to shiplap my whole fucking life. That's not realistic. Bitch, if you watch a single show about gardening and you don't have a garden, you can't relate. Wanna know what's realistic? Being 32 years old, sitting on your couch eating chili and chicken tenders and having a stain on your shirt. If this show was a Nancy Meyers movie, you bitches would be gobbling it up, but because it's her, you have a problem. For the people saying it's overly produced, have we lost the entire fucking plot? This is a television production. It's not her home movie. Bitches posts of like comprehensive breakdowns on how much each of her outfits cost in the show. Like, no shit, she's got money. Wanna know what I'd be wearing if I had money? Dollar bills taped to my tits. And people acting like she was doing too much when she corrected Mindy Kaling, who I love, for keep calling her Meghan Markle, and it's now Sussex. Like, where's the lie? It wasn't rude to her. Mindy Kaling didn't go crying. They had a lovely afternoon. I'm sorry, but if I go out in the street and somebody calls me Tallulah, I'm gonna say, actually, it's Shelby. Like, to openly complain that somebody is too positive to you, like, bitch, I'm miserable too, but at least I don't let people know. There are actual bad people in the world. Actual bad people that their decisions affect you. Actual bad people in the world whose decisions affect you that have huge platforms. I can think of 207 things right now that you should be more pissed about than Meghan Markle taking peanut butter pretzels from one plastic bag and putting them into another. Acting like you've never given a shit a gift before. For all the people giving her shit for being a Martha Stewart wannabe, tell me one Martha Stewart adjacent thing you've done today. Nothing. You know what? Fuck off. I'm going to rewatch the whole show again. Why don't you shiplap your keyboard shut? P.S. Choke on a hemorrhoid. No, what I don't understand.
That was funny. So let's go over some of the comments. Somebody says, also, why do they keep calling it a rebrand? She was a lifestyle blogger before she met Harry. Yep. And the creator replied and said, they are wild and their personalities need a rebrand. Somebody commented and said, I used to watch MTV Cribs and I really enjoyed it. Do I have a mansion? No. Exactly. That was what I was saying just now about the Real Housewives franchise that I absolutely love. Okay. I have been missing. I haven't watched a few episodes, but it's actually my guilty pleasure. It is my escape. I love it so much. And millions of people obviously watch it, and that's the reason why they keep coming back every season. Okay, do millions of the people who watch it, do they live that lifestyle? No. Can they afford a lot of the things that are flaunted on the show? No. But do they find it as an escapism? They do. Do they enjoy watching it? They do, for various reasons. But when it's Meghan Markle, they will look for every single excuse in the book why they dislike the show, because ultimately it's not about the show, it's about Meghan. It is Meghan that they do not like, and that's it. Somebody says, exactly, it's giving delusional and jealous. Like Becky, it was never going to be you. Oh my God. So the creator replied and said, it's almost as if there aren't 1,800 other shows, 18,000 shows to watch. If you find yourself that bothered by her cutting tomato, they will criticize every single thing, okay? They will. So somebody commented and said, and the funny thing is, after seeing the presso scene, I actually noted that I should be leaving snacks on the nightstand for my guests. You know, again, you get inspiration. The ones that you can afford, you indulge. The ones that you cannot afford, you just enjoy and keep it pushing. But the hate, you know, because the hate sells, the hate is very financially beneficial to them, and that's the reason why they are going to keep doing it, you know. Yeah, so many bitter people, so many frustrated people, so many people who are in the business of transferring their aggressions. Let me see this.
When people ask me, do I like Meghan Markle or my thoughts on Meghan Markle, I always feel so conflicted because I genuinely do want to like her. I think there's so much potential in Meghan Markle, the genuineness. I think there's a disconnect when
Yeah, there's a disconnect. No, I'm not listening to you bash Meghan Markle. No Meghan Markle bashing allowed here.
Good morning, everybody. So today I want to talk to you about Meghan Markle. Now, Markle.
Okay. It's more like the white women who are bothered. You guys are telling on yourselves. Dear white women haters, you guys are telling on yourselves. Caddy says Kate and Train. Yeah, you didn't see the video? She and Prince William, they were jumping on the train. They were acting like that. I was just laughing. I was like, really? So this is what you people find relatable. All across the reporting of that messed up situation, I never saw one person say a bad word about, you know, especially like the media or whatever. Not one person said anything negative about the fact that Kate and William were hopping on and off the train. They were even rushing to catch the train so they don't miss the train. And I'm like, really? And nobody had anything to say about that. They did not have the same energy. So they want me to believe that Kate and Prince William actually jump on and off the plane, on and off the train on a regular basis, or that Kate even cooks on a regular basis. But yeah, I didn't see the energy. I didn't see anybody bashing her. I didn't see anybody criticizing and talking about how fake they were. They were eating it all up, even though they know it's not realistic, but they are very okay accepting that. Something that is so ridiculous. Like, it is so ridiculous that you just have to laugh. When I saw it, the first time I saw the video of Kate and William rushing to the train station to catch the train, I was like, huh? I wonder what the British people are going to think about the media. But they were all eating it up. They thought it was the most relatable thing ever. Really? So that means you British people like to be lied to. That's essentially what you're saying to me. That you enjoy being lied to. Because otherwise, tell me how I'm supposed to believe this nonsense. You know. And that's what you guys consider to be quote unquote relatable. You guys are mad. You guys on our head not correct, honestly. Some of you are mental. Keep moaning and groaning, oh. Keep crying over Meghan. Like, obviously, all of the things that they have tried to do to her, none of it has worked. She has only excelled even more, you know. And so let me go ahead and share something with you guys. This is how she celebrated International Women's Day. Let me share this. Yeah, you never saw the train hopping? Yeah, you can search it on Twitter. That was like 2 weeks ago now or so. About a little over a week ago, that one happened. Yeah. Pretending, living fake life, and people want to tell me that that's more relatable, that's more realistic, that's more authentic than somebody who's already wealthy. Like Meghan is a millionaire. She is a Hollywood actress, and she's a producer. She has money. She's a writer. She's a lot of things, and she's sharing some of her luxurious lifestyle with people, and you guys are having a problem with that when you have your own duplicate over there, William and Kate, hopping on a train trying to convince you that they really ride on trains on a regular basis, and you don't have a problem with that. I'm supposed to believe that William and Kate, they use a train. Ah, crazy. This nutters. So Meghan posted this today in celebration of International Women's Day. She says, "Happy International Women's Day. Celebrating the young women around, celebrating the strong women around us and the girls with dreams who will become women with vision. Also thanking those who left us every day." So that's Meghan and her mom. And that's Meghan and her mom again. And that's that's Prince Harry and Princess Lily. Oh, that is so adorable. That is so, so, so adorable. Oh, she's such a daddy's girl. I bet Prince Harry is thankful every single day for Meghan. Like the life that he has, the freedom to exist, the freedom to live his life, the freedom like that he enjoys. He never would have been able to have this life had he stayed, had he married somebody else. I bet he thanks God. He thanks his lucky stars every day for her. Oh, this is adorable. Oh, she is so adorable. And she still hasn't, and Megan still hasn't shown her face, her face. We've already seen what Prince Archie looks like. We haven't seen what Lilibeth looks like, and that is driving them crazy. The derangers are deranging over there. Oh, look at these two lovebirds. Look at these two. They make me proud every day, honestly. They make me so proud. Oh, oh. I wonder what William and Kate are going to show us next. They're going to try and outdo themselves on this one. Oh, yeah, they're going to try. That is so sweet. This one, yeah, I saw this one the other day. Oh, this is so adorable. I don't know if I should let the sound on. So on this one, she wrote, "When making Tom Prince cookies at home becomes a family affair." Uh, oh my gosh. Prince Archie's hair is like red. Like red. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. I love this. I love this. Oh, that's Princess Lilibeth. Hold on. She's such a cute, she's such a lively girl. Carefree. That's Prince Harry. Prince Harry made her. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, the woman is just living her life and people are moaning and groaning. Okay. Anyways, guys, is there anything else that I need to show? Oh, Caddy says, Jay, they just appeared on telly here as American Tabloid Magazine, right now, Channel 5. Meghan is riding that toy car with a kid. Somebody says people in the UK don't like to be lied to. Apparently they do. Because if they don't like to be lied to, why would they put up with the nonsense? If they don't like, wait till Caddy, Meghan is riding on a toy car. I mean, I feel like Ben Quinton. I feel like people in the UK, they clearly like to be lied to. Otherwise, they would not be riding so hard, being so anti-Meghan the way that they have been. So yeah, I don't know. The way I see it, clearly the tabloid feel like the UK people are they are I guess the best customers of the tabloid. I don't know, but yeah. Oh yeah, she was at the kids park. Yeah. You see the image that they are sharing. You see the image. They always try to do. They couldn't find any other image. They couldn't find any other video. Right? They decided to go after. They decided they chose the one that showed her riding in a toy car. It is all part of the plan, the effort to mess up her image. It is all part of the plan. These people, they are so calculating in what they do. So yeah, it's all part of the plan. Anyways, they couldn't find any other one, right? Whenever they want to talk about her, they will go and look for videos that they believe makes her look ridiculous, and then they'll caption it in a way. I don't know if I would say they edit or whatever, but they know what they do in order to sell the story, whatever narrative that they are trying to sell to their viewers. Anyways, let me see. Somebody says Prince Harry had to find true love and happiness in his life. This is what the universe and his mother wanted for him, and he found his absolute angel, his beloved wife, Princess Meghan Sussex. Yeah.
Do not get to decide what constitutes. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to go there? Well, it's not lost on me that most of the comments that are saying that the hate against Meghan Markle isn't about race aren't coming from Black people.
Are you serious? Scotty says, Harry and Meghan's American Nightmare is the title. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Because they have to make it seem as though they are suffering. Harry is full of regret. They have to sell, because this is all part of the messaging, trying to convince the people. They have to sell this narrative that, she's suffering, he's miserable, and they are failing at every turn, and da 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 da. Can you imagine that? American Nightmare. When this woman is crashing it, like she's crushing it. Netflix, she's a money maker for Netflix. Can you imagine the nonsense? Tell me, somebody that they have tried so hard to convince that Meghan is such a bad person, and they keep posting reports about how, oh, Harry's so miserable, they're gonna get a divorce tomorrow. Just wait. A divorce is imminent. They're gonna get a divorce. And they will be posting these stories. And then the readers are already amped up, right? The readers are already expecting that any day now, Harry and Meghan are going to announce, what the magazines and the tabloids and the daily fails of the country have been saying to them, the narrative. And this is just another step. A title like this, with the image of Meghan riding in a kid's toy car, is just one more step in their attempt to destroy Meghan's image, because they're trying so hard, because they know that they are failing, and they're not going to stop. Okay, you see, the toxic British media, they are never going to stop bullying Meghan Markle as long as she and Harry are still married. Even after, God forbid, I don't pray anything bad happen, they will never stop bullying Meghan. But what I'm trying to say is that they have to use Meghan as an example to anybody who might be feeling overwhelmed, anybody who might be feeling disenfranchised, anybody might be feeling the heat of being a member of the royal family, anybody who might be experiencing what Meghan experienced while she was in that god-awful family. This is their way of sending a message to those people and letting them know that you cannot go anywhere. If you decide that you don't want to be a part of this family anymore, we are going to do to you exactly what we are doing to Meghan, exactly what we've been doing to Meghan. That's exactly what we are going to do to you. It is all part of the plan to put fear in the hearts of the people, to make them feel like they can't go, they can't leave. They can't leave. And that's what I see when I look at Kate. I know some people want to say that, oh, Kate, I know Kate is evil. I know that Kate is racist, okay? And you don't have to be racist. Even when you're fighting for survival, even when you're fighting for attention, you want to be the HBIC. You don't have to be a racist. A racist person, the sentiment, the feeling, the racism is something that you learn over time. It's not something that you wake up one morning and choose to become racist. You may dislike somebody even though they are black. You don't necessarily have to be racist. There are some white people that I cannot stand, but I'm not racist, so it's not because of their race, But these people, every action that they have taken, in the way that they have thrown Meghan to the wolves, the way that they have chosen not to protect her, in the way that they have chosen not to protect her, is just the indication like she's nothing to them. And that comes from serious racist mindset. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the reason why they have gone gung-ho, because they have built this image. I mean, the monarchy is like a 1,000-year institution, and over time, even the British people, they have been indoctrinated into believing that nobody can contend with the royal family. Nobody can try the royal family. Nobody can mess, nobody can mess with the royal family. You know what I mean? And then here comes this biracial woman. She doesn't even come from money. She's a working class. She comes from a working class family, And when she realized that she was going to be nothing but a scapegoat to this god-awful family, she made a conscious decision that she didn't want that for herself. She didn't want to be a scapegoat. She didn't want to be the one that they used as a distraction from the controversies, like the life-altering controversies that the royal family is always entangled with. and they were not going to protect her. They were not going to offer her help. And she wanted to leave, and she left. And now, part of the reason why the media is in cahoots with the royal family is because they do not want the same thing to happen again. They do not want anybody looking at the situation to feel emboldened. Anybody that is disenfranchised, anybody that is being treated poorly in that family, they do not want that person to like feel emboldened by Meghan's strength. You know what I mean? You know, and now they have a problem with the fact that Meghan corrected Mindy Kaling by addressing herself as Meghan Sussex. That's her name. That's who she is. So why are they making a big deal out of it? Because everything she does, they have to make a big deal. Carrie says they describe it as a storm. Well, it's good. I hardly listen to these people. Yeah, and I'm glad that you hardly listen to them because yeah, a lot of people do, and that's how a lot of these people that you see online, that's how their opinions about Meghan has been formed. That's how their opinions about Meghan were formed. That's why they feel the way that they do, because they believe the nonsense that their media had been feeding them. So the media says Meghan is a bad person. Oh my God, Harry and Meghan are going to get a divorce any day now. Oh my goodness, look at what she's doing. Look at how ridiculous she is riding in a kid's toy. They don't put context to it. Those videos that they share to make her look good, they don't put context. They even give it the worst caption. They even give it the worst caption just to drive their point across. It's not enough to just show her driving in a kid's car without context, but they would put extra caption to make her look even more ridiculous. You know. And I don't even know if I would say that they're doing their people a disservice, because unfortunately many of those people will never leave the shores of their country, so they need something to like make them feel good, you know, and bashing Meghan has obviously given them that. You know, they need somebody to always they need to hear negative stories about someone to make them feel good about themselves, and as long as there is a market for that, which there is in the UK, they will continue to do that. They'll continue to do that. They'll continue to paint them negatively, and then when their plan fails, they will find a way to take credit for it, like they're trying to do now with the Netflix thing. So the same media and in their influencers who have basically launched a hate campaign against Meghan are now trying to take credit for the fact that in spite of their hate campaign, Meghan's show still exceeded expectations to the point where a season 2 was greenlit because of how well season 1 did. And now they're trying to take credit for it, claiming that it's mostly her haters who watched it because they think there are more people who hate her than people who actually like her, or people who are just indifferent. You know, people who are just indifferent, people who are just like neutral. They want to see a show, they want a new show that is you know, a recent show about lifestyle and how the other side lives, and her show is obviously giving them that. In fact, as soon as I'm done with my live stream, I'm going to go to that website and order me some jam. Okay? I'm going to go to Meghan Markle's website. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some because, everything that she advertises always sell out. So hopefully, I'll be able to get my hands on some. I'm going to go order me. Oh my gosh. Let me highlight your comments. Cardi says, listen to this. H and Meghan would not afford the houses in that area they have inserted themselves. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so sad. But the home where they live is actually more expensive. Their home in Montecito, their actual home, not the rented place, is actually more expensive. Let me remind myself. Let me refresh my memory. Meghan Markle, Meghan and Harry's home. Hold on. Their home costs $14.65 million, almost $15 million. Okay, that's how much their home costs. No, let me share my screen. And the house that they are renting, it's $8 million. So the fact that they will even say that they can't afford it when their actual home costs almost $15 million. Okay. And the home, okay, when they bought the home, so look at this one. It says Meghan and Prince Harry's Montecito mansion cost $14.65 million in June 2020. As of January 2025, the home is estimated to be worth around 29.6. Okay, so the home had basically doubled. The home where they live has doubled. The home has doubled. And the place that they rented to shoot this thing is like 8 million. So you see the reason why it was a good investment. It was a good decision for them not to even do the filming in their home. Okay. So this is what their home is currently worth now. It says 16.5 million, 16.65, okay, is what they paid. The couple earlier known as Duke and Duchess of Sussex purchased the Montecito mansion for 16.65 million in June 2020, and its value has since increased to approximately 29.6 million as per a recent report by realtytoday.com. Okay. So that's where they live. So so that's the home. I wonder if you guys can see what I'm sharing. Yeah, you guys can see. Okay. So the home has doubled since 2000, and in 5 years the home doubled. Okay. So yeah. So there you go. Apparently they can afford it. The home has doubled in value since when they first, like, they are so bitter They won't, they like, it's so pathetic how bitter these people are. Like, they will literally say anything to throw their supporters, their readers a bone. This is all in a bid to convince them. Oh, now, no, don't believe what you see. I'm telling you, they are suffering. You know, things are not good for them. I want you to believe that what they supposedly did to the royal family, they're paying for the consequences. They're paying the price. That's all what they're trying to. They're trying to convince their readers that, Harry and Meghan are suffering. Things are not going well for them. That their decision to leave the royal family and do that interview has basically caused a lot of bad fortune for them, which is not true at all. Not even in the slightest. Callie says, inserted themselves is the thing that made me crack up. Yeah, when they said Harry and Meghan would not afford the houses in that area, they have inserted themselves in. they they forced themselves into Montecito. They forced themselves into the area. They inserted themselves. Again, it's all about the messaging. It's all in the messaging. They know exactly what they're doing. They are very calculating in the choice of words that they are using. Because when they say to their readers or their viewers that Harry and Meghan inserted themselves anyway, that means they don't belong there. They can't afford it, like they already stated. So they inserted themselves, meaning they are there unlawfully, they are there illegally, or they are there under some kind of pretense. It's what they do. It's literally what they do. But these people, they are thriving. These people, they are living their best life, so much so that even the royal family that they try so hard to exalt are copying the people that they have basically written off. I saw in passing, I haven't really looked into this, but I saw in passing a few days ago, I saw this on Twitter or somewhere, that even King Charles has launched his own television show. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Even King Charles. Even King Charles has launched his own television show. I was like, the thirst is real, guys. The thirst, it's so real. Okay. Exactly. Caddy says, of course, that's what it means. It's a racist connotation. Yeah. 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 That is the only thing that makes sense. It really is. But yeah, I don't know. I need to look into this more. But I was reading somewhere that King Charles has launched a television show. I was like, I've already told you guys before, if you remember, I've been saying this, that don't be surprised. I will not be surprised, okay? If I go on the internet one day or I turn on the TV one day and I see that they have given Copy Kate, a cooking show or a role in Megan's former show, Suit, I will not be surprised if Kate has been giving some kind of a cooking show or acting show or whatever. It will not surprise me one bit. It'll be laughable. I will come out here and I will talk about it. I will have a good laugh talking about it. But will I be surprised? Absolutely not. Because they are literally trying, and that's the reason why they're trying to erase Meghan from the picture so that they can just take everything that Meghan is about and everything that she's been doing since the beginning of time and then just use it to reinvent Kate. So yeah, that's the reason why they are actively trying to like paint a certain narrative, a certain picture about Meghan, because ultimately they want they want her out of the picture so that they can steal all of Meghan's ideas and Meghan's past life and everything that she's done, and maybe replicate it on Kate and then claim that Kate invented everything. That's all there. It's like, it's so obvious. It's one of the most obvious thing there is, honestly. But yeah, hi Pershi, happy International Women's Day to you as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I didn't even know that this video was going to be this long. I just wanted to come out here and have a good laugh and react to some of the stories that are trending on the internet. I'm coming back later. I'm coming back later to catch up on some of the stuff that I have missed. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. Please like and share before you leave. I beg you. Please, please, please hit the like button. Please, please, please hit the like button. I will catch you guys in my next one. I'm coming back. It's almost 5 p.m. now. It's like 4:50 p.m. So I'm gonna sort dinner out and then come back later. So catch you later. Bye, guys.